While we wait, while there is tea, there is hope. Seriously? I always have like one fuzz or one like little like piece of lint on me like during my videos. I'm always like, I wish I saw that so I can get it off. Good morning, guys. It is totally not the morning. It is Thursday around 1 probably, I think. I do this every time. 12:25. I am going to be doing a little bit of a Q&A. My carbs were cut by 20 grams today, so that will be new. I'm about to make something to eat. I will show you that in like 2 minutes. Well, like right now. Yeah. Okay, just 1 second. Here is what I have to work with for some lunch. Some asparagus I'm going to cook up. Fat-free mozzarella cheese, a bunch of tomatoes, and some already prepped New Vision chicken and spaghetti squash. See what I can do with it. Keep it simple, save my carbs for later. I'm like 180 grams of carbs, I don't know what to do. I like my like 250 carbs, but if I'm trying to get lean for a show, I have to say goodbye. Decided I'm not going to go with the fat-free mozzarella, and I'm going to do this fat-free feta, this with Mediterranean herbs. I was going to put tomato sauce on it, but changed my mind, so then I figured, why not? Oh, actually, February 27th, is that okay if I use that? Do I have to smell it? It smells fine. It's March 5th. It's about to eat expired cheese. I'm gonna call my mom. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call her. Like, that was like crossing a line. You wanna know what's so great about moms? You call them and you can ask them anything and they know the answer. So I'm gonna eat the cheese. She told me I could eat the cheese. If I die, this is why. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this is probably like the best meal that I've created on the fly. Spaghetti squash, tomatoes, asparagus, chicken, and that cheese. I made some green tea, some blueberry slim life. It's a yogi tea, but it smells delicious, and it comes with this cute little tag thing, like on the tea bag. It says, travel light, live light, spread the light, be the light. If that's not inspirational. Like I said, today we are going to be doing my macro experiment Q&A. So if you're not following the macro experiment, you have to. So anyway, so I'm downloading all these emails because I haven't used my iPad in a while, but I wanted to use it to get the questions up. But it's taking its sweet old time. My iPad doesn't really want to cooperate. So what I'm looking for is my email from Kate. So give you a little background on Kate. She has been working on this reverse dieting, flexible dieting experiment, tracking her body fat as she increases her calories and tries to put on lean muscle, while I believe she's decreasing cardio too. I am probably the worst person to give a summary of what she's doing because she's really technical about it, and she has like a lot of great scientific things that I will totally butcher if I try to reiterate them. So head over to her channel. I will put it down below. We've been talking about doing this for probably a couple months, and finally we said, all right, let's get it done. If you're interested in flexible dieting, if you're interested in reverse dieting and kind of want to like know a little bit about it, hopefully this will answer a lot of questions. And it will answer some questions about me and kind of where I come from and where I'm going. Finally, okay, I think we got it. Where's my email? Kate, I'm looking for you, Kate. I must find you. The macro experiment. Yes. Kate Robertson, thank you. We've got it. So also a little introduction about myself. This is something Kate asked me to do. My name is Elle. I am 22 years old. Am I? Yeah, I'm 22 years old, and I am currently a full-time student, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer at BestFit Body Fitness. And I'm also a coach for Team BestFit Body. I work exclusively with my mom. Her and I started the business about 1.5 years ago, and we have worked with competitors, we have worked with athletes, we have worked with just people that are looking to, you know, clean up their act with their diet and get in the gym. And I work with her and 2 other wonderful coaches, a registered dietitian, a personal trainer, Karen and Allison, and we just make this great team, and we have amazing clients, and I love what I do every day. So that's it. That's what I do all the time. Did you know that you are not supposed to heat green tea above like 175 degrees? So if you're like boiling water and then making green tea with it, you're doing it all wrong. How did you get started in bodybuilding and competing? So, how did I get started? My mom competed in figure and bikini competitions probably starting like 7 or 8 years ago, and I was relatively young when she kind of got interested in it, and I didn't understand it at first. I was kind of confused, like, why do you have to do this? Why do you have to get on stage? And I remember like a bodybuilding magazine coming in and like being on the counter, and I was like, Mom, like this is weird, like what are you doing? Now I completely understand it, of course. So aside from that, how did I get started? I competed with her in 2011. We did the first WBFF show that was in Boston, and it scared the crap out of me. I thought like, okay, no, this would never be something that I wanted to do. So then I took some time off, and if you had followed me on Instagram for a long time, like very much like, I'll never compete, like it's not something I want to do, blah, blah, blah. And then afterwards, I was in a relationship, and he was doing a bodybuilding show, and I was going to fly out to Michigan and do this, watch the show. And then 6 weeks beforehand, I said, you want to know what would be fun? It would be if I did it too. And I said, you know, like that's a great thing. Like I needed a goal, I needed something to do, and I was kind of scared of it, but I said, like, why the hell not? So I ended up competing, and I fell in love with it, and I just like kind of went from there. So it really is like, I think that it just was not the right time in my life to compete for those few years that I said like I would never do bodybuilding, I would never do anything like that. It's because I wasn't ready, and that's what I say to people all the time. They say like, I think I want to do it, and I say, okay, if you have this like drive and passion, and like you are like gung-ho for competing, then go for it. But if you have any doubts, you're like, I don't know if it's the right time in my life, like I don't know if my schedule is crazy. Yes, it's true, you can make it happen with a crazy schedule, but if you don't want to do it, don't do it. So I think that answers the question. But that's how I got started. My mom competed. I did 2, like I just don't even count it, which is bad. But I did 2, and then I said like, no, never again. It's not for me. I don't need to be judged for this and that. And then I kind of grew out of that, and I realized that it's not all about like that judging. It's about the prep. It's about the whole process, which I didn't get because I didn't really do a prep for that show. So that was question number 1. All right, how long have you been implementing flexible dieting, and how has it changed your life? Okay, this is gonna be a long one, was a sophomore in college and doing a lot of cardio, and I was really unhealthy and unhappy. I was moody, I was just like missing out on social events. I feel like a lot of people can probably relate to this because there's a lot of anxiety that I felt when I was trying to be super healthy, because no one else was understanding it and no one else was doing it. And so I just wouldn't go out. Like, and like, I was at college, I lived in an off-campus apartment, I was in a sorority, you know, everyone was doing stuff every night, like, food wasn't even, like, on their minds. And, like, once you kind of become, like, okay, I'm gonna be healthy, you basically, like, it just kind of warps you. And so I didn't understand, I didn't know anything about macros, I didn't know anything like that. So I actually became really good friends with Matt from the Instagram page, If It Fits Your Macros. And he and I would tell, he's from Australia. Hey Matt, I miss you. I haven't talked to you in like a really long time, so we should probably catch up. So he and I became really good friends, and he was telling me all about this like macro stuff, and he actually approached me because I was doing a lot of recipes, and that's when I first created our website, bestfitbody.com. And he wanted me to send some recipes over so he could, and like with macros and whatever. And I figured him out because I used MyFitnessPal. I did kind of understand that. But so I talked to him probably for 6 months. And then finally, like I said to him, like, listen, Matt, like I'm having these like binging issues. And he said, let's get you on macros. And he set me up with this whole reverse dieting plan. And I kid you not, I will show some pictures. It was an amazing process, and from then on, like, I couldn't say enough good things about flexible dieting, and I was like binge free like almost immediately. A binge is like a state of mind. It is not just like eating a lot of food. Like, now I do not have binging tendencies at all. There are some times though that, like, when I was in off season, there were times that I was like, okay, I probably like shouldn't have eaten like this, that, and this, but it wasn't that place where you go where you like black out and you've eaten like, I would eat like random things too, but like a lot of people say that something like literally takes over and you're just like, you're not even tasting the food, you're just literally eating it. And it's like a comfort thing, and it's like an emotional thing, and there's a lot of components to it. Something that's thrown around a lot is that word binge. And I think too many people say, oh, I binged last night, or like, it's like there's this like gray area where it's like, is it really a binge, or did you just not have any self-control? So basically, I've been using flexible dieting ever since Matt introduced it to my life, and I did a whole reverse diet, and it was unreal. And I think it was just because I was following something that was consistent. Have you ever struggled with body image, disordered eating issues? If so, could you tell us about what that looked like for you? Already touched upon that a little bit, but I did struggle with binging probably for 3 or 4 months, and it was actually coming off of like a restrictive eating pattern type thing and dieting. This weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I understood that if I wanted to have, I was eating like, my favorite thing I think during that whole reverse diet, if you followed me on Instagram during it, was mint skinny cows with like cereal and like some powdered peanut butter. And the fact that I can make that work and I could eat that at the end of the night and not feel any guilt, I didn't feel the need to binge anymore. And I think that once I let go of all that guilt that I had and all that stress that I had related to food, that also kind of set me free from binging. Because like I said, I really think that it's like a mental state, and it's like an emotional thing. So it sucked. Like, I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. I didn't like who I was, because I felt like these disordered eating patterns kind of took over me. And I hate to say, I really I basically refuse to call it an eating disorder. I like to say disordered eating habits or patterns, because that's what they were. And even today, like if I have something weird that I do, I'm like, okay, that's a little bit of disordered eating. I'm gonna slow that down. Because question number 4, what advice would you give to girls who struggle with negative self-image? That kind of goes along with coming out of the binging and kind of finding peace within myself. If you struggle with a negative self-image, it's generally because you're unhappy in maybe other aspects of your life. So whether it's your relationships or work or your social life, school, stress, anything, I have to work really hard every day to make sure that I'm looking at the bright side of everything. I completely understand that stuff happens and you can have a pity party for yourself and you can pout around and kind of stomp your feet and say, oh, today sucks. But as long as you don't unpack and stay there, you're fine. Nothing is all like rainbows and butterflies. If you have a negative self-image, finding, some positive self-talk, like going up to the mirror and being like, you frickin' rock. Doesn't have to be a physical thing. It doesn't have to be anything to do with your body, but your self-image is not just your body image. And I think that that's probably was part of the question too, like if you have poor or negative body image, what's the best way to kind of get around that, and like what should you do about it? Smile. Be happier. You have to be present. You have to be aware of how you feel, because if you're aware of how you feel, you can change it. Got a low battery. All right. Could you walk us through what a typical gym sesh might look like for you? I have put like 2 workouts up. I am not the best at videoing them or anything like that, but basically my split right now is Mondays are like a chest and shoulder day, Tuesdays are a leg day, Wednesdays are like an off day sometimes, or I'll do like back and arms in there. Thursday is shoulders, Friday is back, Saturday is legs, and then Sunday is a Team BestFit Body Fitness Challenge. So I go in, I do my lifts, they take about 45 minutes. Sometimes I'm there an hour and 15 because something feels good and I just want to keep going. And then HIIT cardio for right now is 3 times a week. I'm doing 3 30-minute sessions and 1 fitness challenge, which is like a 25-30 minute, very high intensity Tabata style. So like 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, like 5 to 7 exercises, then a minute rest, and then repeat it 4 to 6 times. Better to work harder, not longer. So when you're sprinting on the treadmill or using an elliptical or doing like a full body weight thing, a full body like plyo thing, is work hard while you're working and then rest, and then you won't have to do hours and hours of cardio. The last question is, what's up with the new YouTube channel? And tell us a little bit about that and what else is on the horizon for you. Right now, this YouTube channel is like super exciting. I originally started it because I wanted to track my progress through prep, which is cool and all, but I kind of want to show you guys a little glimpse into my life outside of fitness. I'm going to show you that when you do compete, you don't have to be only a competitor. You can go out and do things, you can still enjoy the foods that you love, and you can have a life. So that probably concludes this entire little Q&A for the macro experiment. I absolutely love Kate. I adore her. You have to check out her YouTube channel. You have to check out her covers. She is an amazing singer and she's freaking hilarious. So definitely check her out. Her link's down below. Check out everything. I don't know. She's literally like, I am so excited about this Q&A. I am like a little interview, I guess. I hope that I gave you guys enough information. I'm really excited to edit this all and figure out what's important that I said and what is not. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Ask me any other questions that you have and I will reply back to them.
We've got volume.
Did you get me strawberry cream cheese? Strawberry cream cheese. I told you guys that I love strawberry cream cheese.